The power of the dark side.
Greetings, Earthlings! The Martian here, and your Martian invasion has begun. So, I think everyone knows what this is. This is the NPC meme. And if you've been on the internet or Facebook or Twitter or anything like that recently, you've seen this. It started actually quite a while ago and then died out. And then, like many of these things, there was an article in, I believe it was Kotaku, who brought this back up, and now it's exploded again, and it's bigger than it ever was. Kind of typical for memes. But I thought I would go ahead and list off the 5 most popular NPC memes, or at least the 5 greatest ones, as explained by, of course, myself. So, this is probably the original, what you're seeing here. And it's just a gray-faced sort of person or personage who has these very robotic-type features. And it's supposed to represent a non-player character. And, by the way, I hear a lot of people explaining it as non-playable character. It is not non-playable character. It is non-player character. If you're a old-time RPG player, either paper and pencil or computer, you would know this is non-player character, in that you, as the player of the game, you are a player character. You exist. You have independent thought. You are the one who takes actions, independent actions. The non-player characters are programmed by a computer, or in the case of a tabletop game, they're actually controlled by the dungeon master, which in that case, they actually are controlled by a human. So this really has more to do with the computer version of what a non-player character is. Okay, so now that I have thoroughly bored you with all of that, let's go to the top 5. And the first one here, this is kind of the standard one you see. This, of course, is supposed to be a representation of a normal human, and he is saying manga, which is Make America Great Again. And then, of course, the NPC spouts off, "You're a Nazi." And then he says back, well, Trump reduced unemployment. And he just says, well, he's a Nazi. And then he says, well, Trump supports Jews. And he spouts back, well, they're Nazis. Which, of course, is ridiculous. You can't be a Nazi and you really can't be a Nazi and be a Jew at the same time. I guess maybe historically, I don't know, maybe there was. It seems ridiculous, but yeah. So that is supposed to represent the programming, quote, that an NPC has. They have limited programming, and when presented with certain facts, they just spit out this pre-programmed vocalizations. And that's what the NPC is doing here. However absurd they may be, which, yes, Trump does support Jews. He supports Israel. He supports the Jewish state. And it actually has support from the current Israeli government as well, from Bibi Netanyahu, who, although I guess they call him a Nazi as well, which seems also equally ridiculous. And not only that, but Trump's... I believe 2 of his children and I think all of his grandchildren are Jewish. I think 2 of his daughters married Jewish men. So, and then they became Jews when they got married. So, anyways, that is our first. And second, this one I think is pretty famous. It shows again that sort of pre-programming. You see here it says, this is in computer language, obviously. It says, if offended equals true, and then you run program individual response outrage. And you have this crowd of all seemingly like NPCs, all shouting at once, NPC meme is dehumanizing, we are all unique and special. So that's, again, of course, that's part of the joke. Is that they're not all unique and special, they're all the same, and this is trying to get, the point they're trying to make here is that and it's pretty obvious that they're talking about people on the left side of the political spectrum, and they're saying that they are all kind of pre-programmed with these sort of rote responses that they kind of just spit out like a computer program. So next, this one, I had to stick this one in. This is actually one of my own that I made up. I thought it was pretty interesting. This is obviously from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, one of my favorite shows, and it's a statement saying, the NPC here is saying, "Statement, you have dehumanized me with this meme." And then you have Captain Holt, of course, saying, "You have dehumanized yourself." And that was a line from the show. I think they were talking about, she was, I can't remember what it was. This is one of his rivals on the force, and she had met a baseball player, and she felt that he made her feel small in his presence, obviously, and he defended himself. But I thought that was pretty good. And the argument, of course, here is that this side, they do kind of dehumanize themselves by repeating this same argument over and over again with seemingly no thought to the argument. Whether or not that is true, of course, we don't know. This one I really loved. I thought this was great. This is obviously Rachel Maddow, and she kind of has that blank sort of NPC look to her anyway. So I thought this really fit. Kind of almost looks like her without even having an actual face here. I mean, you could really tell, even if you took out all of the show stuff here about her television show, you'd still be able to tell. I think even if you took her the very recognizable hairdo off, I think you'd still be able to tell that it's Rachel Maddow. So that one I thought fit pretty well. And then I think this is our last one here. This is one of my favorites. Obviously, this is, she's saying, "Hello, fellow humans. I am celebrity number 2932. I believe in everything that is safe and popular with people aged 18 to 35. You may now praise me on the social media platform of your choice. Remember to purchase my newly manufactured album." So obviously, I think this is supposed to be Taylor Swift. This one, incidentally, I thought this is an older one. The face has a slightly different color to it, but this one's been around for a while. This one, I think this is more of maybe a flesh tone to it. So maybe this is early when the meme was just kind of solidifying itself before the gray-faced alien, or the gray-faced NPC meme came into play. She's looking more like something a little more humanish, I guess. But I thought it was pretty popular, or pretty interesting how this one shows the popularity. This one is less political and just more of a social statement in how people just kind of blindly follow these celebrities, saying, everything that is safe and popular with 18 to 35. Of course, that is the classic and most desired demographic group among advertisers. Those are the people that typically, they say, spend the most money and drive the most culture. So that's the group that everyone is typically looking to get the opinion of, or at least the praise of. And obviously, there's part of her about pimping her album and talking about her on social media. So yeah, I like this one. Again, this is an older one, but it really captures again the sort of mindless action that some humans do espouse. So of course, this is not saying, obviously the root of this meme is saying that these people have no souls and that they're not really thinking breathing human beings. They're just some sort of automaton. Obviously, that's insane and silly. Everyone's a person. Everyone has a soul. Everyone thinks, but maybe some people don't think so deeply, and they do kind of just spit out these rote sort of thoughts when presented with stuff. So this is kind of a response, I think, to the bot meme that the left maybe has talked about on the right. So maybe just a response to them. Either way, whichever on the side of the political spectrum you are, or if not at all, I still think it's a pretty funny meme, and it's something new. I think it'll stick around for a while, and then it'll probably die out. Just like all these other things do. Within a few months, this will seem as kind of silly as any other meme out there. But yeah, cats kind of rule the meme hood. I don't think they're ever going to go away. That's kind of the they're always going to be there. Cats are always going to be the top meme. So those you'll continue to see. This NPC guy, he's probably going to go the way of the dodo, I'd say, within a few months or so. But anyways, if you guys like these videos, if you like these top 5 videos, give me a like or make a suggestion down there of what you might like me to do next. Or if there's another top 5 meme you'd like me to do, make that suggestion as well. And please hit that subscribe button, share this video, and make sure to hit that bell for future notifications. So thanks, folks. This is your Martian invasion for today, and I am out of here.